Knock.
Who's there?
Savannah.
Savannah who?
Savannah Unai. My heart is Savannah. This is Savannah. Savannah in Georgia.
Hello everyone, this is Peanut and welcome to my channel. This is the second part of my vlog about the places to visit and things to do here in Savannah, Georgia. During our first day here in Savannah, we visited the Owens Thomas House and slavery quarters, and we took a walk around the downtown Savannah and saw some of the oldest churches and some of the squares in the city. Please check the description below to see the link to the first part of this vlog. Now in this video, I'm going to take you to two of the most famous historic places here in Savannah, Georgia, the Wormsloe Historic State Site and Bonaventure Historic Cemetery. But before that, please don't forget to like and subscribe. In the morning of our next day in Savannah, Georgia, we went to the Wormsloe Historic State Site, which is located on 7601 Skidaway Road, only about 10 miles from downtown Savannah. This historic site was established on land inhabited by indigenous people for thousands of years. The Wormsloe was originally a plantation established by Noble Jones, who came to Georgia in 1733 with Oglethorpe. This place remained in the Jones family until 1973, when they deeded it to the state to be operated as a historic site except the 80 acres and the 1828 plantation home, which up to now has remained private and are off limits to the visitors of the site. There is a $12 entrance fee to visit Wormsloe Historic State Site. You can either purchase it online or at the site in the visitor centers. There is a shuttle or trolley that takes you to the museum, and it comes every 30 minutes. There are also rental bikes if you prefer to ride a bike to explore the area, or you can just take a walk if you have more time. Because we were on a hectic schedule and were still planning to visit another historical place that day, we decided to take the shuttle.
I am Ranger Rick.
Ranger Rick.
And we are presenting here the wonderful time period between 1733 and 1754, known as when the colony of Georgia was called a trust colony. Being a trust colony, they had to abide by 4 rules. Now those 4 rules are rather interesting when we look back on it, on history, but they were very important rules back then. Simply because a gentleman by the name of James Oglethorpe wanted you to put your blood, your sweat, your tears into the creating of the community. They didn't want you to buy somebody and have them put their blood, sweat, and tears into it. That was the 3rd rule, which brings us to the 4th and final rule. Now, this 4th and final rule, when you think about it, makes sense, but on the initial listening to it, you're like, huh? Are you crazy? And that 4th rule was no Roman Catholics. No Catholics. You're sitting there going, why in the world no Catholics? Well, the reason being was because of a little place south of here called St. Augustine. Yes, very good, St. Augustine. And that was because St. Augustine was Spanish. And Spain and England were very much at war against each other during that time period. And during that time period, it wasn't just a war between Spain and England. It was actually a war between Protestants and Catholics. Sound a little familiar, folks?
Yeah.
So, things haven't changed much, have they, over the years a little bit? You figure 300 years, we get a little bit better at these things.
This place is beautiful, and my most favorite part is going through the tunnel of live oaks. There are over 400 live oak trees on both sides, and they are over 200 years old. These live oak trees were planted in 1891. This place is perfect for photo shoots. The Spanish moss hanging down the trees make the ride more magical and enchanting. This place is also featured in the movie The Last Song starring Chris Hemsworth and Miley Cyrus. The 1.5-mile avenue of oaks leads to the museum, where you can see exhibits detailing the history of Wormsloe. If you want to take a hike, there are a lot of other interesting things and amazing facts in history you can see around the area. Among them are the Tabby ruins. This fortified Tabby house was completed in 1745 by Noble Jones, and it originally included 8-foot walls with corner bastions that encircled the house. Another one is the Jones family gravesite, where Jones was buried in 1775 next to his wife Sarah and youngest son Inigo. The remains were later removed to Colonial Cemetery and then to Bonaventure Cemetery, which we are also going to see later in this video.
What's the name?
Jones. From
This is the tomb
1700.
of George Wimberly Jones, the ring. So cool here. The breeze. Oh, look at the tree again. So, this is an eastern red cedar. Oh, the eastern red cedar is actually a juniper and not a true cedar. Squirrels and birds use its stringy bark as nest material. Its evergreen foliage is a favorite food of white-tailed deer and provides year-round cover for many wildlife species. Its berry-like fruits are also an important food source for many songbirds. There you go.
This place is truly amazing. I enjoyed walking on the trails and listening to the sound of the forest.
It's so peaceful and quiet here. I'm gonna try to call if there is a mockingjay. I had so much fun. I'm tired now and I need to drink some water. They have a vending machine there, so I'm just gonna go back to the visitor center, and I'm just gonna walk so that I can show you the trees, the oak trees. So we took the shuttle when we came here, but now I'm going to walk because it's just a short walk. It's only a 1.5 mile. Yeah, so guys, you can also rent a bike if you want to ride a bike when you want to come here. So you can either take the shuttle, ride a bike. You have a lot of bikes for rent here, or take a walk like what I'm doing right now.
To walk takes about 15 to 30 minutes depending on how fast you can walk, but it took me an hour because I enjoyed taking photos and videos of the oak
You
trees.
could only see this on movies and photos, but now I'm here. We are here. It's magical. It's enchanting. feel like I'm dreaming. Wow. We're almost there. It's almost 30 minutes walk. It's 1.5 mile away from the museum there to the visitor center. But I'm tired and I need a drink, so I'm always stopping, and I'm also taking photos, so it's taking me forever. It's taking us forever. Look, that's so pretty. Yeah, so guys, you should come here when you're here in Georgia, in Savannah, Georgia. You should plan a trip and come to this place. This is beautiful. This is gorgeous. So amazing. I can stay here all day and just take a walk back and forth. It's pretty here. I love the trees. Where is the house?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, it's here. Bonaventure Cemetery.
Our next stop that day was the Bonaventure Historic Cemetery. The cemetery was originally a plantation and a private graveyard privately owned by John Mulrin, and it only opened to non-family members in the year 1868, and in 1907 it was purchased by the city of Savannah. There is no admission fee to the Bonaventure Cemetery, which is open every day from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. There is an office by the gate where visitors can obtain a map of the cemetery and directions to particular graves or points of interest. One of the well-known stages is the statue of Gracie, located on a small plot in the east section of the cemetery. Gracie died at the age of 6 due to pneumonia. She was the daughter of W.J. and Frances Watson, who were from Boston and moved to Savannah to manage the luxurious Pulaski Hotel. She was loved by the people of Savannah, and they were heartbroken when Gracie passed away. Graces and the many other sculptures and the Spanish moss hanging from the oak trees and swaying gently create a haunted ambience of the cemetery.
Yeah.
By the cemetery is the Wellington River, which flows through Chatham County along the east of Savannah City and Thunderbolt City. Bonaventure Cemetery has become more prominent since it was featured in the 1994 novel Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil and in the subsequent movie directed by Clint Eastwood. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned some helpful information before you plan a trip to Savannah, Georgia. In my next videos, we are going to explore more places that you can visit and things you can do while in Savannah, Georgia. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. I will see you all in my next videos.